was a really big challenge for me when I started on my thyroid journey, was when I was trying to figure out what foods were, first of all, healthy for my thyroid, but what was also going to be budget friendly, because I know it can be very overwhelming and it can get very costly as well. So I wanted to share with you a few of my tips that have helped me on my own journey and kept my thyroid happy at the same time. But if you could do me a very big favor first, if you could go ahead and subscribe to my channel and then hit that bell so notification every time I release a new video every single week. So something that always helps me quite a bit is when I start doing batch cooking. So I always pay attention when I go grocery shopping. If things are on sale, whatever that may be, it could be some of the vegetables that I like, it could be some of the protein that I like, things like that. If I notice that something is on sale, I'm going to buy extra of it. Especially like I recently was at the grocery store and I love Brussels sprouts and they were on sale, so I bought extra of them and I will pop them in the freezer then. So I will actually cook them first, pop them in the freezer, so when I take them out and thaw them out, they are ready to go and I just have to reheat them. Another thing that I always do is I actually will take some of the protein that I have bought as well. So if it's on sale as well, whether or not it's on sale, I will buy extra protein and I will batch cook that as well. And then I'll stick some of that in the freezer as well. So ground turkey, chicken breast, ground chicken, beef, things like that, they all work really fantastic that way. So I do that quite a bit. But anytime I'm making anything that I'm making, whether it be vegetables or whether it be protein, I'm usually making extra of it. So I'm making double, triple the batch sometimes so that I have a whole bunch to eat off of it. But like I said, then I can stick it in the freezer as well. And again, if it's on sale, I'm going to be saving some money from doing that as well. One other thing too is sometimes I will, if I'm in a pinch, if I know I'm not, I don't have the time, I'm kind of in a bind, I'm going to actually buy frozen vegetables and fruit as well. That I would much rather have them fresh, but I have bought them frozen in the past and it works quite well, especially if I'm in a bind, I don't have time. I need to have them stocked and ready to go in my refrigerator or my freezer, simply because I don't have time to go to the grocery store. So I will actually always have some of those frozen things ready to go in the freezer, particularly protein as well. I'll do the exact same thing with. I'll have it ready to go in the freezer. That way I am ready to go if, like I said, if I'm in a bind and I need something quick and I didn't have time to get to the store, I will have that ready to go. Another really good thing that has helped me too is, and you can find a ton of recipes for making your own like protein bars. I know protein bars, protein smoothies and things like that, they can get very expensive. Protein bars particularly. So a lot of times I would make my own, and like I said, you can find a ton of recipes, but I would use a lot of different seeds. I would put collagen and protein powder in them and then some type of nut butter. Keep it very, very simple. And you can make them in just like a big pan and then cut them into bars, take little sections out, but that works really, really well. I've done that quite often as well. And like I said, super easy to do. And again, you can make extra, and again, you can make individual portions and stick them in the freezer again. That's one thing that also was very helpful for me, is a lot of times I would make individual portions of things. If I'm going to stick them in the freezer, that way when I pull them out, I just have one single serving size. So I don't use plastic at all. I use glass dishes for everything. So that's what I would do. I have little small individual glass containers, and I'll put them in the glass containers and stick them in the freezer. So when I pull it out, I have a single serving and I'm ready to go. But I also wanted to show you a couple of my favorite thyroid-friendly. Some of them are treats. Some of them are things that I use for my meals, but things that I have found that you can really make them cost effective, and they work quite well. So first I wanted to show you a pasta alternative, Banza pasta. This is my favorite gluten-free pasta alternative, but they have every single noodle shape, by the way, and they even have a mac and cheese that's a plant-based one, because I can't have dairy. They do have a dairy one, but I can't have dairy. But I love this stuff, and here's the cool thing. This serving size, this box, it's a lot of servings, quite a bit. So you do get your money's worth for this one. And I think the consistency is just like regular pasta. So this is definitely one of my favorites, and you can get them anywhere now. Primal Kitchen is another one. So here's what I like with their stuff. So they have a bunch of marinades and salad dressings and sauces and things like that. But the reason why I like them so much is less is more. You don't need very much with them. And so it's very cost effective. It's gluten-free. Most of them are dairy-free. They don't have a bunch of junk added in, and they use avocado oil as a base for a lot of it. But I really like these because, like I said, you don't need a ton. This particular one right here is a Dreamy Italian. This is one of my favorites. I have this one in my house all the time, but I like these because you can really, like I said, you don't need much. And another barbecue sauce. So Primal Kitchen also has a barbecue sauce, but Halo and Cleaver, I love supporting my local people. So this is a local company, but you can get this on Amazon too. Halo and Cleaver has the best barbecue sauces and seasonings as far as like sauces go and marinades. But again, you don't need very much. It goes a really, really long way. So that's why I like that as well. Another one that I use quite often when I do my cooking is something called coconut aminos. This particular brand is called Breaktree Farm. Coconut Secret also has one, but this is a really, really good one to use. I do not have soy. I don't recommend soy, particularly with thyroid people, because it is very inflammatory for them. But these work really well for cooking. I'll throw it on a salad, any vegetables I'm marinating or sauteing or anything like that. For reheating food in a pan, this is what I always put on too. If you've ever seen some of my videos, I have these on there all the time. I use these quite a bit. And then if you're looking for a protein snack that is really, really easy, and I personally think that they're cost effective as well because it's so much protein, is Nick sticks. Okay, there's 2 protein sticks in one, so you get quite a bit of protein in this. So this could actually be a meal replacement for someone on the go for getting their protein in, since there's so much protein in there. And then last but not least, one of my favorite sweet treats is Hu chocolate. I think their chocolate is phenomenal. And again, you don't need much of it. You get just enough of that sweet taste of that chocolate. But these are the baking chips. I have these on hand all the time because I'll just like sprinkle them on even some oatmeal, or I'll sprinkle them with some protein powder, by the way, because you always want protein with it. I'll put them on some yogurt. I use coconut yogurt because again, I can't have dairy, but they have chocolate bars too. But those are some of my favorite ones that I personally love. And I think that you can really get more bang for your buck with using those. And then, like I said, just be sure that you're watching for sales, stock up on things. I batch cook, and when I'm making my protein, sweet potatoes, starch, any of my starches, potatoes, butternut squash, I batch cook all that, and I will make extra of it, especially if it's on sale. And then I'm going to stick individual servings of it in the freezer as well. So such a great way to get the right foods for your thyroid, but save money at the same time. So if you have any questions about this, definitely reach out, let me know. And also let me know, what is one of your favorite ways on a budget when we're thinking about thyroid friendly foods? I would love to know in the comments. I hope this helped you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.